And good morning to you. Welcome into this election day. I'm Quinlan Parker. Glad to have you with us. It is May 19th. Well, a lot is at stake tonight. We're following several big key races, and we're going to get more into that in just a moment. And that includes the governor's race. But we do want to take you to our live countdown now. We were counting down to polls opening. Now we're counting down to when polls will close at 7 o'clock tonight. Election officials and political analysts alike, they expect a big election day turnout. That's due in part to the record-breaking early voter turnout. A total of 1,030,000 votes have already been cast, and that's about 14% of active voters in Georgia. There are a lot of races, again, that voters have to sort through, like the race for governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state, and then also the attorney general and U.S. Senate at the top of the ballot that voters have been vocal about many of those issues. Take a listen. We want to go to the city of Tifton now this morning, where a mother says that she is thankful her son is alive after being shot 14 times. And now that family, they're demanding answers. And the bigger picture here is that there is a potential suspect who is still at large. We are also seeing on top of this developing story out of Albany, where police are investigating a deadly shooting. A 21-year-old man was found inside of a car behind a Family Dollar on South Slappy. That's where we find WALB News 10's Mariah Norman, who joins us live. Mariah, I can only imagine what this family is going through and the community who they are on edge. In the Grady County Sheriff's Office, we're looking for William Shane Allen. I want to take you to a map here to show you exactly where that scene was. Again, police were swarming Georgia Highway 93 near Wilder Road and Macedonia Road, Macedonia Road is actually where all of this started from on yesterday. It stemmed from a shooting. He was wanted for that shooting on yesterday that injured a woman. We're going to tell you more about that in just a moment. But that happened on Macedonia Road. And before he was taken into custody, there was a shootout between he and the deputies. Thankfully, none of the deputies were injured. It was a big night for Georgia, and the results are in from the primary elections. And hey, give yourself a pat on the back because you showed up in great numbers, from the record-setting early voting all the way to getting to the polls on yesterday, election day, getting out to cast your vote and make your voice heard. So let's break down some of those numbers. More than 850,000 Georgians alone cast their ballots on election day, Tuesday. State officials believe that will push the total turnout to over 2 million votes combined with early voting. All right, let's go ahead and check back in with First Alert meteorologist Justin Williams. Justin, you're tracking hot temperatures, and we have a first alert for rain on the way this weekend. And the question is, could it disrupt plans for the holiday weekend? Back here closer to home, in the local races, 2 incumbent school board members were beaten, and the East Bluffs, which by no surprise was knocked down. And you talk with many voters, and you're going to have more and a follow-up to that on yesterday, yesterday. We are just a few weeks away from the official start of summer. We've been feeling the heat in Georgia already, and keeping cool can get expensive pretty quickly. And there are a few small changes, of course, we know that can make a big difference. So Georgia Power, they're trying to help you out here. They say about half of a typical home's monthly energy use comes from heating and cooling, otherwise known as your HVAC system. So start with the basics. You should change out air filters regularly and keep vents clear so air can move freely. Well, Jennifer has the pipes. Okay, Jennifer, well, all of you did an amazing job. And so go ahead and go to our website, WALB.com, and let us know who you think should advance to the regional round here for our Star Spangled Sing-Off. All right, that's all the time that we have for today. Thanks so much for joining us for a look at what's going on. I'm Quinlan Parker. More news and weather coming up in 30 minutes on WALB News 10 at noon.